Alright guys, welcome back to Crunch Time, the show where you get the best NBA DFS picks each and every day. Today we have a 2-game slate here, play-in tournament for the playoffs. I'm excited for it. How are you doing today, Chris?
I'm doing well. I'm excited for it as well. First time ever play-in tournament in the regular season. Well, I guess last year there was one game, I think. So, I mean, I'm excited. It's going to be great.
It is going to be great. Before we get into the slate, let's go over the success stuff like we always do, except we didn't have a show yesterday. There were no games, but I'm not sure where to start the success, Chris. You know where to start it? Because we had the
Yeah,
show 2 days back. 16th?
yeah, the day before yesterday.
Then we also had some early slates, I think, right? On the 16th. Does it start here? Earlier?
Just the first one of 5/16 because that's when we did the show.
Yeah, I don't have the time though. Do you see which one it is? Oh,
Scroll up, still 5/16, 5/16. Scroll up, 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 up.
this is
Yeah,
at 7 a.m.
This was the next day. So yeah, so just down from here, because we saw this one. This was before the show.
So we didn't see this one?
Oh yeah, I think we did, but I mean, we could just go over it again. It was NBA on that day.
Yeah. Well, no, I think we went over this. This was the early slate. You said 5:16 p.m. I think this is 1:30. So we went over all these.
Yeah, I mean, we should go over them again. There's some really good results here. So we saw Cash Money here go for what 5 to 140. So I mean, that's just insane.
Where is it?
Up. Yeah, right there.
Cash Money. That one. Yeah, I remember you were saying Thomas should have played the early slate here. So we did go over this one.
Yeah. I mean, those are some crazy results right there.
Yep. Crazy results, good results. I think we went over Aiden's here because I think that was before this one also. I think this is where we stopped here. No, we did that one too, right? I don't know.
I mean, we could just go over them again. It really doesn't matter.
Yo, you go over them. Go ahead. Go over them.
Can I take over the screen?
Yeah. Okay, so HBK here, 120, 640. And then, yeah, so what was that? That was MLB action. I just feel weird going over it if I've already gone over it. But FanDuel action as well from HBK, 25, 102. MLB action, Chris, that's you, 815 into 1200, 1139. NBA early slate there. Got Nick here, 2555. So then we got Turn and Burn, 641, 1100. Early slate NBA. Late slate, I think this must be the one we didn't go over. Yeah, so these are the new ones. So I can do these normally. Both of these were new. So these ones we didn't go over. So this was 306 into 540 night slate. This was the last day of the regular season here. What happened in that slate, Chris? What was like the main focal point there? Do you remember? What were you trying to target?
We were just trying to get the teams that were playing for something.
Yeah. What was that? Was it the Mavs? It wasn't the Mavs, was it? It was
No, it was no one. It was just young guys that we were targeting.
Got it. Ultra boosted here, 30 into $70. DK Reigns 251, 614. That's pretty good, solid stuff. Mark T over here, 37th place, $60, and then another 37th place, $100. Well, third place over here, where his score is 335. Is this the high score? I'm guessing, is this a single game slate? No, it's a low score, isn't it?
I think it's just bugged because if you add everything up, it's way higher than 186.
Yeah, it is. Isn't it?
You can see it in the next screenshot. That's the same lineup, 307.
Oh yeah, got it. Yeah, then we have you over here. So you did $1,001 into 2564 on DK, and then that was the main slate. All day slate, you did 564 into 1300. Do you want to go over this one quickly, Chris?
Yeah, so the top one I actually just played. I played a Kongwu instead of Knight in the DraftKings one, just because I had Knight in my FanDuel lineup, in the main lineup, so I didn't want Knight in both, so I used the Kongwu as leverage. Over on DraftKings, could we just see the rest so I can talk about it quickly?
Oops.
Yeah, so, and then I think there was a late swap with Kobe White and Kennard. I think it was from like Nikhil Alexander-Walker and someone else. Obviously, we got the Kennard value after the Clippers ruled all their guys out after that slate locked, so had to get onto Kennard. But yeah, I mean, this lineup, it was the last day of regular season, just had to find some studs and then build around the value.
Nice. And we did just that. You did just that. You got T-Bay here, 12 into 25. Slowly grinding his way up. one-day mid-stakes guy, Chris?
Maybe, I don't know.
At what point are you a mid-stakes guy? What's the
Like
threshold?
$1,000 per month. I don't know.
Thousand
I mean
bucks?
per day. Per day. Sorry.
Oh, thousand? Yeah, $1,000 per day. What's low stakes then? Anything below 1,000?
Yeah.
I think there should be something between that, like something over 100. 100 to like 500 should be something.
Yeah. I mean, you could do whatever you want. Doesn't just I don't know. Just the way I see it could be differently.
Yeah. Got Nick here crushing it as always. DK NBA action out of him, double ups, and then some tournaments here. Early slate, lots of stuff, solid stuff. This was 25-cent tournament here, $5 into 15, so that's pretty cool. I got Ghost here, MLB action, double ups, crushing it. Jukebox, crushing it everywhere. Solid stuff there. HBK baseball. So we won 2K here. I'm not sure what the entry fees were. He's like a mid-stakes guy.
No, he's not. He's just crushing it. I think he plays like a few hundred per night, maximum. You could see these contests are not like super high, but yeah, that's insane that he won that much.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Yeah, we got Nick here. This was posted today, early in the morning. MLB action, I'm guessing from yesterday. Turn and burn as well. MLB action from him too. So I mean, there's lots of stuff when NBA is not running. Lots of DFS you can play. I think we're gonna add some WNBA for a bit. I know you said there wouldn't be any contests, but I think we should add it in. We can see.
Yeah, that's all on you. I mean, I'm not going to go anywhere near that.
Yeah, I mean it'll be marked experimental. So for anyone who wants to play, they can play. But I mean, it's experimental projections, all that stuff. So disclaimer on the WNBA. But I mean, once the contests die, I doubt many people will play too much. But I kind of want to play a game or two. Had fun building that lineup with you on the show. It's pretty good stuff. But yeah, I don't think that lineup ended up winning, Chris, by the way, in the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't have any of the top plays. I don't know who the top plays were, but there were some like rookies who were way underpriced who went crazy. I know the New York Liberty girls were very cheap as well because they were starting, not expected to start. So yeah, we didn't know any of the value. We didn't know any of the studs. So
But I mean, a bunch of the girls exceeded value in my lineup. They had like 5x, 6x.
yeah, but like I was saying, you missed out on like the, I don't know, LaMelo Ball, who's 3.5K minimum price, who goes for 40, who's like 50% owned because everyone else knows. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to do your own homework. Got to do some homework before. But yeah, we got Rondo here, 11 to 22, 10 to 20, 10 to 20. This was baseball, NHL, more baseball and DK, 50 to 100. Showdown captain slate here on DK as well, 10 to 20. Main slate 10 to 20, so lots of stuff, lots of ways to play, lots of ways to have fun playing DFS. Just to recap, Chris, what are the sports we have going on outside of NBA? Just another
I'll
recap.
just open the sidebar because a lot of people don't actually know that the sidebar exists here and the sports exist. So we have all these sports. Obviously, some of them aren't active right now, but NBA, MLB, NHL, obviously, playoffs, MMA on the weekend, NASCAR on the weekend, soccer, League of Legends. Yeah, so a lot of stuff here.
Yeah, and soon WNBA right at the top, right where it belongs, right there, above NBA. WNBA. That should be good. Hopefully the projections will be as good as the college ones we had. We'll see though. We will see. But I'm excited for it. But yeah, let's get into the slate, Chris. I guess we're not going to go over the contest because, I mean, this is the last day of the... Kind of went over it a bit, but yeah. It was a hectic slate. Craziness, madness at the end of the NBA regular season. But yeah, 2 games here, Chris. There's like 2 slates you can play, right? Or 3 slates. There's the single game slate, then there's the combined main slate. Just in terms of bankroll management, are you interested in kind of splitting up what you would normally play in the main slate across maybe these 3 slates, or are you just treating it like a regular main slate?
I mean, I just play more single game slates here because there's a lot more casuals. This is marketed a lot, play in tournament, playoffs. So especially at the beginning, it's like the regular season opener, just because I mean, there's a lot of casuals coming back in to play in these games because they want to watch. So yeah, I mean, I play my normal amount. I play as much as I can get. Obviously, I'm gonna probably get less on the main slate here just because there's less contests running. That's why, like I said, I play all the slates here. I play the single game slates. But yeah, this is more like the regular season than the last couple of weeks that we've had in NBA, just because we know that these guys are going to get a lot of minutes. They're all playing for something. Unlike the last few weeks of NBA, where it's pretty much all up in there. Not all up in there, but most or a lot of players are up in there in terms of minutes, rotation, stuff like that. So yeah, I'm playing. I'm excited. I love playing the playoffs. So I think the play-in tournament will be no different here.
Are you gonna be a shark here? You a shark hunting the casuals?
Always, yeah.
Nice. I forgot about the chat here. So we got Ghost Man in here. He says first Taco Tuesday, Takedown Tuesday. Chris, is that the one today?
I didn't even know it was a Tuesday, but yeah, Taco Tuesday, I guess.
Yeah, LeBron apparently. Hasty said LeBron was. He tried to trademark Taco Tuesday. Did you know that?
I think I saw something like that like half a year ago when all that was going on. Or was it last year even? I think it was when the fans were still in the building because he was yelling it out.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah,
think that
I,
was a
I
while
remember
ago.
that. I think it was like a year and a half ago actually.
Yeah. Did he get the trademark?
No, I don't think so. I don't even know exactly what he went for. I don't know if he exactly went for Taco Tuesday or something else, but I mean, if I mean, can you hate on LeBron for doing that? I don't know.
For trying to make a business decision?
Yeah, exactly.
No. Hate on
Something.
success? Just be a
Yeah,
hater? I don't know about
yeah.
that. But yeah, I remember Hasty saying that. But yeah, I don't know. T-Bay says, let's go. Turner says, let's get it. Austin says, is there something you learned or what makes you decide to change a player for leverage based on sight?
Yeah, so he was asking me about the last day of NBA. So I mean, I was playing both sites, NBA and or sorry, FanDuel and DraftKings. Um, both sites had Nathan Knight from the Hawks, projected higher than Okongwu. Knight finished with like 32. Okongwu had the game of his career, went for like 50. He was starting. Knight was coming off the bench. So like I said, I had Knight on FanDuel. Knight was a power forward. But on DK, Okongwu and Knight were both center, same price, minimum 3K. So I just used Okongwu as leverage because I mean, there are routes where Knight does nothing, and there are routes where Okongwu gets outscored by Knight. So I just wanted to use him as leverage. It wasn't like a secret society play to play Okongwu over there, and I knew he was going for 55. I did not. I just used him as leverage just because I was playing both sites, and yeah, I didn't want to be like stuck with Knight on both sites, and having him get like 10 fantasy points.
What is this secret society talk all about, Chris? What is that?
I don't know. I feel like when I play something other than the optimal, people always think like, oh, you didn't tell us. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, just I'm allowed to pick something else as well. Like, I'm not obligated to play the very first team every night.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like part of why you do those shows to kind of, I mean, people get like a good glimpse of your thought process because I mean, we go over the lineups at the end of the day, so you do have your own thinking process, how you look at the slates. You kind of go over that process. It's not always number one opto for you. Sometimes you make decisions like you said. So
Yeah, but at the same time, like that news came out like 10 minutes before the lock, I think. So I only had 10 minutes to make that decision. I didn't know what was right, so that's why I went with the leverage side. But I don't want to like tell everyone that I'm doing that because I mean I think the optimal side is the better side, the safer side. So I'm just doing that to manage my bankroll. Like it's not like a decision I'm making because I know that one guy's better than the other. Like I trust the projections. I think that Knight was the better projection play. But like I said, I think that using a Kongwu on DK where they were the same position, same price was a good decision in terms of leverage.
yeah. T-Bay says you have that 77 cut again. You probably show your barber a picture of 77 in the flesh. I want this look. KK, say no more. I got you.
Who you?
You.
77 cut. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do that next time. See what he gives me.
Yeah. T-Bay says, damn, I love you, Darvish. That guy's a monster. Irani represent.
Yeah, he's like Iranian and Japanese mix, 50-50. Baseball pitcher. He's really good.
Nice. But yeah, let's get into the slate, Chris. There's only 4 teams to go over, so I'm guessing it'll be a faster show than usual.
We can probably go over the single game slates as well, both of them, just because I mean we're gonna have a lot of time here.
Yeah, but let's get into it. So first game, Charlotte, Indiana. Let me click the filter here. So yeah, Charlotte side, we got Cody Martin out, Hayward out for them. Projected starters: LaMelo Ball, Terry Rozier, Daniels, Bridges, and Washington. What do you make of the Hornets here, Chris?
Yeah, so we're kind of lucky that this is the first game of the slate because on the other side, Indiana has a lot of injury news that we're waiting on. Sabonis is questionable. I think Brogdon's questionable. Sumner's questionable. So we're really lucky that this is the first game of the slate. But yeah, on the Charlotte side, I mean, I'm gonna have a ton of interest here. These are do or die games, or this is a do or die game for both of these teams. So we expect a ton of minutes. Um, at the same time, like I think the mid-range build makes a lot more sense here because like on a slate like this, even in the playoffs in general, just because we don't have as much value, like we don't have guys injured as often, so we don't have like a 4K player who's just popping off the charts. But we have these mid-range guys who are going to play 40 plus minutes. So I think that makes guys like Westbrook less really cash game viable here and more so in tournaments just because he still has that ceiling, but his minutes really aren't that important just because, like I said, we have these other guys who are going to play 40 plus. So yeah, on the Charlotte side, the entire starting five here is going to interest me. I'll start with LaMelo Ball. I think he's a very good play on both sites. I think I put him in my core over on FanDuel. He's a point guard, 7.2K. Just I think he can pay off that price tag very easily. DK 8.1K for him, so I mean it's more expensive, but I still think he's a really good tournament play. I think he's going to get 36 plus minutes here. I don't think he's going to get 40, but still a ton of minutes for him, ton of time to produce just because he's a great fantasy point per minute guy. So I like him a lot. Also, I didn't mention the matchup here against Indiana. We always love the matchup. Over under here isn't too high, 226 right now. Charlotte's implied to score 112, so it's not like a crazy high total, but I do think this game will hit the over. So I like the Hornets a lot. Next up, I guess I'll go with Terry Rozier. He's 7.2K on FanDuel, 7.7 on DK. So another guy that's more interesting on FanDuel, a little bit cheaper there. Should play 40 plus minutes here, in my opinion. So I like him a lot on FanDuel and cash games. I think he's a solid play. DraftKings, I don't think you need him as much just because he's more expensive, like I said. We have Miles Bridges as well, 6.8 on FanDuel, 7K on DK. So he's a guy that's more interesting on both sites, but I'm still going to have a little more interest on FanDuel where he's small forward. If you look at just small forward on this entire slate, it's very ugly. Like we have Bridges, Brissett, Rui Hachimura as like our top small forward plays. So I think playing Bridges there on FanDuel makes a lot more sense there. On DK, we have guys like Fournier, Holiday. We just have more guys we can fit there. So that's why I like Miles Bridges more on FanDuel. We also have Cody Zeller, another guy here from the Hornets. I think he's going to start. He's been, or he started 2 games ago. Didn't start last game, but he still played 30 plus minutes last time out. I like the matchup here against Indiana for him. Like we keep saying, Indiana doesn't play defense with Turner out of the lineup, so I like him for value. He's 5K on FanDuel, 4.7 on DK, so I think he's a solid play. We'll love it if he starts. If he doesn't start, probably going to go down to TT, Tristan Thompson at center. So that's going to be. I mean, we're not going to know. Actually, we are going to know the Zeller thing, just because that's the first game. So that's also good. But yeah, starters here are who is going to interest me.
Okay. Indiana side, we have LeVert out, Lamb out, Turner out, as you mentioned already, Sumner, Sabonis, Brogdon, and Aaron Holiday. All 4 of those guys are questionable, so that's the news Chris mentioned that we're waiting on. So that's why I said it's good that this is the first game of the slate here. Projected starters: Brogdon, Holiday, Sumner, McDermott, Sabonis, but obviously depending on the news that we get, that's going to change. Could change. So yeah, what do you make of that news there, Chris? Can we really talk about this team here prior to getting any of that news?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're all going to play. This is a do or die game, so that's how I'm going to handle it. If, like I said, first game of the slate, if they're out, we'll just swap the entire lineup to fit these guys in, the value guys here. So for now, I'm just going to treat it as if they're in, just because, like I said, do or die game. I just don't see why they would miss this game. Levert is out for health and safety protocols, so that's kind of out of his control. So yeah, I love the Pacers here. Sabonis, I think he's probably my favorite play on the slate. 10.3K on FanDuel, DraftKings 10K. He's just been crushing it this past month or so, putting up crazy numbers, almost Westbrook numbers. It's like a mini Jokic. I was saying that a lot at the start of the season. So yeah, I mean, I love this guy. I think he's a stud fantasy wise. So I'm gonna play him on both sites if he's in, of course. So he's gonna be my favorite play here. And then we also have some other value guys here just because Levert is out. That opens up a lot of usage. I think Dougie McDermott is 4.7 on FanDuel. I think he is 4.4 on DK. He's the guy who's going to get a little bit of a boost with Levert out. He should play 30 plus minutes. So I think he's one of those value guys that we can kind of target here on this slate. I was mentioning we don't have like the super great value plays in the playoffs anymore, but we have more of these like solid, cheaper pieces who should play minutes, like Doug McDermott. Like he's one of the guys that kind of fits that mold. So I do like him on both sides for value. Edmund Sumner, if he's in, I think he's going to be a good play on DK, sort of a last piece value guy, just so we can fit in more studs. He's 3-4 over there. He's missed a few games in a row. He's questionable. I think he has some potential to rest here. Not rest, but be out with the injury. But if he's in, I think he's a decent play on DK as a last piece in cash games. Justin Holiday, 4.5K on DK. I also like that price tag. Just like another guy who's like I wouldn't play him on a normal slate, but 2-game slate here, should get 30 plus minutes, so that's why I have interest in him. And O'Shea Brissett, same sort of thing. He's 5.7 on FanDuel. DraftKings, he is 5.4, so I think he's also a decent play. FanDuel is where he fits better. Like I said, small forward is just an awful position, so I think it makes sense to go to him there in cash games. If you don't play him, you're probably playing Bridges with Hachimura. But that's a decision to be made today on this slate. And then one guy I didn't mention, Malcolm Brogdon. He's the questionable guy. He's been out for a while, I think with the ankle. I'm not too sure. But he is 7.3K on FanDuel, which is just way too cheap if he does play with no Levert. He's 8.7 on DK, so no interest there. But if he's in, I think he's going to be a lock on FanDuel for me.
Okay. Some comments. Hasty's in here. He says LFG playoffs. I'm excited for it too. He says, "You boys think LaMelo will rise to the occasion for in his first playoff game?"
Yeah, LaMelo, I mean, I think so. Like, I don't know if he's going to rise. I mean, I think he's going to put up good numbers. They're playing the Pacers, who are just awful defensively. So I think he's going to put up big numbers in big minutes. But I'm not sure if he's going to rise in terms of like a basketball standpoint where he just takes over the game.
He has to. Who's actually? I mean, all these games are close, aren't they?
Yeah, 1.5 point spread here for the Pacers, 2 point spread for the Celtics. So, yeah, close games. I love it.
I hope he does, though. That'd be pretty exciting. But I think he'll put good numbers, like you said. But take over the game. That'd be awesome to see, I think. Who else do you think on the Hornets side could take over the game if someone were to take over the game on the Hornets?
I mean, the Hornets are just so like they're so balanced. Like it could be LaMelo, it could be Bridges, Rozier, Devonte Graham even. So yeah, they're so balanced. I think he's one guy who's like he probably has the highest potential, I guess. But I mean, we've seen Rozier do it so many times this year. He's been playing out of his mind. We've even seen Bridges do it. So yeah, they're a very balanced team here.
Yeah, probably depends on who gets hot scoring wise, because I feel like LaMelo can put up the other stats quite easily. But
yeah. So also, what's the definition of taking over a game? Because I don't think LaMelo is going to be like the big scorer. I think it's going to be Rozier or Bridges. But LaMelo is probably going to get a lot of other stats.
Yeah. Hasty also says, if players sit out a game, this league is done for. I mean, yeah, I'm kind of looking at this. I'm like, how? There's no way these guys are sitting. Like, this is all or nothing here, like you said. So, I mean, yeah,
exactly.
There just can't be. No way. I mean, I'm with Hasty with that one. If they sit, it's a bad look. unless they're like
Uh,
actually hurt. But yeah,
well, the thing is, like, I don't think they're going to sit either, but these guys have been out for like a week plus, so they are actually hurt. You know what I mean? Like Brogdon, he's been out. He's missed a lot of games. Sumner as well. I think Sabonis, like if Sabonis sits, then that's a problem because he played last game. So I don't think he's going to sit. And then, like I said, with Levert, that was out of his control. Health and safety protocols, nothing he can do about that. So yeah, I think they're going to play for sure.
do you think someone framed him on Charlotte? Gave him the Rona?
Maybe.
Is it a strategy?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. What if what if that's what the Lakers do all the way to the finals, Chris?
No, I mean they wouldn't. Oh well, I don't know. You think if LeBron gets it, you think they would make him sit?
Mm. They wouldn't tell
No
anyone.
way.
Though.
Exactly. So they wouldn't make him sit.
They would just do the old switcheroo with the test.
Yeah, exactly.
Give him. Maybe that's why Thanasis is out. Lock him up in the hotel room. And he
I was
can do the
gonna.
testing.
I was gonna delete your comment there. You said Antetokounmpo out in the Discord. That's very misleading. Like someone trying to bet on that. Like I don't know. That was some fake news. That was against the rules in the Discord.
That was not fake news. Antetokounmpo is out.
Yeah, the wrong one.
Not the wrong one. I didn't say which one. Thanasis, he's out. No one replied, so I just left it. I was hoping someone would reply, like, what? I was going to say Thanasis, but no one said anything.
No, I just put the poop emoji.
Yeah. Dinda says, don't sleep on Zeller tonight. Carter game, fire.
Yeah, Zeller's. I think he's from Indiana. I don't know if he's from Indiana, but I know he played for Indiana in university. But I don't think the narratives here matter as much, just because these games are like do or die. My question for Dinda is he going to jam in Westbrook? Like Westbrook's not a guy who's going to pop on this slate because all these guys are projected to get a lot of minutes. So is he going to jam in Westbrook and get the free money once again?
Yeah, lock DFS is pretty simple, straightforward. Lock Westy and win. But he didn't. He said Carter game, but he meant career game.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I hope so. I have them on both sites right now.
Yeah, and T-Base says on LaMelo taking over the game, he says, I think so. LaMelo's a different breed. He doesn't feel pressure. He embraces it. I love LaMelo's mindset at all times. Just have fun. Play basketball like you're in the playground.
That's very true.
Yeah, Hasty says Zeller's going to go hard.
Yeah, our boy Zeller.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
Love that guy. Last game of the slate here, Chris. Washington, Boston.
We just got this news from the Pacers beat writer, Brogdon. He says, I'm going to go out and warm up, go through my routine and see how I feel. So that's the Brogdon news.
Nice. Hopefully he
So
feels well.
likely a game time decision.
Nice. Yeah, Washington, Chris. We have Neto marked as probable, and then someone named Holmesley. Do you know Holmesley?
I think they signed him like 2 days ago. I saw an alert on my phone for that. I don't know who he
Caleb
is.
Holmesley. I'll pull him up, but I think he is also probable. Don't think he'll play, but probable. Projected starters: Westy, Neto, Beal, Hachimura, and Len. What do you make of the Wizards here, Chris?
Yeah, so kind of like I said earlier, we have a slate where every game matters. So that makes Westbrook a little less viable. Like he was playing a lot of minutes before. So I don't think his role really changes too much. He's still going to crush. He's probably going to go out there and put up 65 fantasy points. But I don't really think you need that on the slate like this because we have like Kemba Walker, LaMelo, Rozier, Smart, Bridges, all these mid-range guys who are going to play 40 plus minutes as well. So I don't think that Stars and Scrubs is really necessary here. We also don't really have the value to fit a 13K Russell Westbrook in on FanDuel. 12-4 on DK, I guess you can probably fit that in, but you'll land on some ugly pieces. So I'm not really too interested in Westbrook here. Beal as well, just because Westbrook is obviously the guy there. I think Beal has a good game. I think Westbrook has a good game. I just think it's really hard to fit them in here. So we'll talk about the single game slates. That's where I like them a lot. But in the main slate here, I just don't really know why I would play them. I think Hachimura is the only guy I'd really consider on FanDuel, just because, like I said, small forward is very thin today. I think it's Bridges, and then you have to pair him with either Brissett or Hachimura. So I think he's viable there as a last piece in cash games. I think he's a solid one. But yeah, he's going to be the only guy I really want here if I am playing a wizard.
Nice. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, I was gonna say for Westy, Chris, if you want to play Westy on the main slate, tournaments would be the place to do it, right?
Yeah, I think he's like a great tournament play here because I think most people are going to think the way I'm thinking. If you find like 3 or 4 value guys who just get like 5, 6x, and you have Westy go for 70, you have a very good path to winning.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Hasty says to T-Bay on the LaMelo comment, he says, I know you love him. LaMelo is good at presenting a confident image. Playoff ball is different. LaMelo hasn't played in a game that matters since Chino Hill days.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean these last few games have mattered. He came back from the wrist injury that was supposed to rule him out for the rest of the season. So I think that shows something about him.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be out for the rest of the year, but he did come back from that. So
I didn't.
I think that shows something.
You guys were laughing at me.
Yeah, I mean, I trusted the science.
I didn't trust the science. You guys know me. I'm a conspiracy guy over here. The secret society DFS. I'm part of all that stuff. So I don't trust the science. Trust the conspiracies. So I knew he'd be back. Didn't trust the doctors. And look where we are. Let's see. Royal King in here. What's up, man? He says this to you, Chris. He says Chris is going to be using Westy for leverage.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know if they're mad at me for playing a Kungwu because I don't know. Am I not allowed to play something other than the optimal?
Maybe you need a Smurf account. You can't have a Smurf account though. I don't know. You gotta let everyone into the secret society.
Secret society has to say secret, otherwise it's not a secret society.
How do you get in, Chris?
I mean, you got the invite once you're there. There's no recipe.
No recipe. Rural King says he's priced so high at 12K on Westy. T-Bay says, Russ, show me something, man. Stop trying to hoodwink the league. Show me, don't tell me.
He's shown us this past, I don't know, 2 months, 3 months. He's been a beast.
Yeah. Vipple says Zeller or Devonte Graham. Which one is safer is the question. Higher floor, I guess.
Well, obviously Devonte Graham, but completely different price point, completely different positions. So not really a 1v1 there. Obviously Devonte Graham if it is a 1v1, but yeah, we'll get into some of these lineups that I like in a bit. So we'll go over some centers, some shooting guards, some point guards. I think
Nice.
Graham's the point guard on DK. So yeah, we'll do that.
Okay, let's get into Boston. So that's the last team to go over here. We got Rob Williams. Probable projected starters: Kemba Walker, Smart, Fournier, Tatum, and Williams. What do you like here on the Celtics side, Chris?
Yeah, so no Jaylen Brown. That means that we're gonna have more interest in the Celtics than we normally do. That makes Tatum a better play. I think he's a really solid play, but I do think he's a tier behind Sabonis here, just because I mean Sabonis does everything. Tatum is still playing with Kemba. He's still playing with Smart. So Kemba's a high usage guy here. So it's not like Sabonis just has like a Westbrook / Jokic role. He's just a stud. So I think Tatum's a really good play. I just don't think he's in the same tier as Sabonis. But with that being said, I think you can probably fit Tatum and Sabonis in on DK. I think the DK build today is pretty obvious with both of them. So yeah, on FanDuel, I'm going to play Sabonis. I don't think you can get both of them just because they're too expensive. But on DK, I think you can get both of them. So I love Tatum over there. Marcus Smart, he's in my core on FanDuel. I think he's a great play on both sites. He's 5.7K on FanDuel. DK 5.8. He's probably going to play 44 minutes here if I had to guess. Like, they don't want it. They don't want him off the court. He's probably going to play guard Westbrook or Beal. I'd probably guess Beal just because he's the better scorer. But yeah, his minutes floor is just way too safe. I'm not going to pass up on that in cash games for this price tag. So I love Marcus Smart. I feel like I always play him in the playoffs just because his minutes are so safe in these games that matter. So I like him a lot. Kemba Walker, another guy here. He's been struggling with an injury. I'm not sure what exactly it is, but in the games he's played, he's just been crushing recently. So I think he's a solid play. He's 8.2K on FanDuel, DraftKings 7.3. So on DK, probably a lock for me. FanDuel, more of a decision. Probably going to play him if Brogdon is ruled out. But right now I'm going to play Brogdon, assuming he's in. But yeah, I have a ton of interest in the starters here. Maybe Tristan Thompson if Zeller doesn't start, he'll be interesting. But yeah, that's probably it here.
Nice. Royal King says Russ for MVP with the thinking emoji.
Russ for MVP. No, I mean it's got to be Jokic. If Jokic didn't play as well as he did this season, I mean I would probably say maybe, but his team doesn't win enough, so I think MVP you have to win a lot more.
Yeah, T-Bay says Russ is going to shoot 35% tonight. He's going to try to force everything with a hobbled Brad Beal. It's the Russ effect. Thinks he's better than what he is. Trust your teammates. Don't play hero ball.
I mean, when your teammates are Raul Neto, Ish Smith, Robin Lopez, Alex Len, I'd rather have Russell taking those shots than Alex Len posting up.
I mean, Lopez had a massive game against the Raptors.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about Lopez when we go over the single games because I like him a lot over there. I mean, his hook shot is kind of unstoppable.
Yeah. Let's see. T-Base says, my goodness, I want Kemba to sun Russ tonight. Kemba is someone I want in the trenches with me, not this clown of a man named Russ.
I mean, Kemba's a guy that he sits back to backs. We don't like those soft players who sit back to backs. Russ is the dog. Russ is the guy I would want in the trenches.
Hasty says Marcus has nice player props, 9.5 points. He's gonna go over for sure.
It's that low, really? I mean, yeah, I would take the over on that.
Take it. Do it, Chris.
Should I take it?
Yeah, if you just said you would. Do it.
Let me see if it's actually 9.5. Let's see, Boston Celtics, player props, points. Marcus Smart, it's at 14.5, so I'm not sure where he sees 9.5.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, Chris, you know how you can sort columns here? Like right now I'm sorting the salary.
Mm-hmm.
So like if I have this and then I have this one, nothing's sorted. What's the order now?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Should we get rid of that?
Yeah, probably.
Because by default it's sorted by my projection. And then
Yeah, there's always the third one that is like, I don't know what the third one is.
it just removes all order, but it doesn't make sense. Like there's no need for it, I don't think.
Yeah.
Unless it like defaulted to maybe alphabetical order, I guess.
No, the projections are the default ones, so it doesn't really make sense.
So we should get rid of that, yeah?
Yeah, just ascending and descending, I think.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Let's see what else. New Edition says, Kemba, my guy. I grew up not too far from him. What's up, everyone? By the way, how rude of me.
Where's Kemba's from New York, right?
I guess so.
I think so.
I guess now we know where New Edition's from. Hasty says, I will back that bet, Chris.
14.5. It's not 9.5 like
He
you said.
says
I
it
don't know
was
where he
under
saw
10
that.
2 days ago. Sorry, boys, got to be early.
He was probably looking at the player points low, maybe that one, because that's like the low that they can get, but the odds are much worse.
T-Biz says, I've never been this excited for a game. Wizards Celtics. Yeah. T-Biz says, hate Russ so much, but I'm kind of drawn into him at the same time. My goodness.
I have $10 on the line here. 10 big dollars with Thomas. I said the Wizards are going to win. He said the Celtics are going to win.
Yep. New Edition says, yeah, in the Bronx.
Yes, sir.
Bronx. Sean says, Tutam or Spanis.
I'll say Sabonis, but I mean, I think you can fit both of them in on DK together.
Yeah. Tutam. Sean says, I'm taking Wilder versus Fury bets if we got any boxing lovers.
I do not know a thing about boxing. All I know is I just watch Jake Paul when he boxes.
We should get boxing DFS.
We should get boxing DFS, I guess so. When is that fight even? I think it's at the end of the summer. Tyson Fury. Or is that when's that fight?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It needs more hype around it. Hasty says Mark's gonna sit on Westy, gonna be fun. TBA just said, "Oh my God, just hit me now." Play-ins, all caps. But yeah, let's go through. What do we have? I guess we're not doing the 3 pillars of the day, Chris, right?
I mean, we still can for the main slate. I still have my core there, so
Okay, so
actually,
what?
yeah, I don't know. Maybe we don't need to.
I don't think we should. Let's just go through your course. So we got LaMelo Ball, Scary Terry, Bridges, and Smart. So you like the Hornets guys today, Chris. Why do you like those on FanDuel?
Yeah, so Hornets are just underpriced here on FanDuel. DraftKings, they're more expensive, so not as interested in them over there. Still decent plays, but on FanDuel here, they're just way too cheap, all around 7K. I think these are their 3 main ones. Should play a ton of minutes, so that's why I like them. Marcus Smart here, 5'7". Just the other guy, I wanted to get another player from a different team, so I picked Marcus Smart here. I think the Rozier-Smart combination at shooting guard is the way to go.
Okay. And then which ones do you want to go over here?
Let's do the first 2 here. So yeah, like I said, small forward here, very ugly. So decision is kind of Brissett versus Hachimura, and then we have the point guard thing as well. But yeah, I'll go over the same guys first. So we have LaMelo in both, Rozier, Smart, Bridges. Obviously, all 4 of those guys are in my core. And then we have Dougie in both. Dougie McBuckets, 4.7K at power forward. He's just a last piece value guy on a slate where we don't have great cheap value. Should play 30 plus minutes, no Levert, so that gives him a bump up. So that's why I like him. And then Zeller, 5K. He's been playing a lot of minutes recently. If he's starting, I think he's going to be a great play. If he's not starting, might go down to Tristan Thompson. Not sure yet, but I think he's going to start here. They'll probably match him up with Sabonis. So yeah, I like Zeller here as the last piece. And then 3v3, Brogdon, Brissett, Sabonis versus Walker, Hachimura, Tatum. Obviously, this one kind of depends on the injury news. But like I said, I think these guys are going to play on the Pacers. It's a do-or-die game for them. So I think they're going to play. Their coach plays them a ton of minutes when they do play. So yeah, I'm going to go with the first side here with the 3 Pacers. I really like the game environment here. I think Sabonis is a lock, like I was saying. So I don't want to play Tatum over him here. So yeah, I like the first side with the 3 Pacers.
Nice. For you, DK, let's catch up on the chat. There's just so much excitement here, Chris, in the chat. Are you seeing this? Do you have it open today?
I can open it up. I'm not doing much else today.
Yeah, you should open it up. You should have it open for the playoffs. Everyone's just too hype. New Edition says, let's slay this 2-gamer bomb squad. Justin says, Smart guarding Beal. Nobody's sitting on Westy.
Yeah, I mean, it's just hard to play Westy. Like, how do you fit him in? Like, we don't have much value. Let's try locking him in. Let's get rid of my locks here on FanDuel. Let's try locking in Westbrook, see what we get.
Yeah, we don't need these locks.
So, I mean, let's see what we get. He's a great tournament play. I think he's an awesome tournament play. So
it's 306 from the other one, projected total. You drop down to 297.
Yeah, so the main difference is we're not getting a spend up at power forward. And then instead of like a mid-range point guard like Brogdon or Kemba, we're getting Westbrook. So I think the 2v2 here from the original lineup that I liked is Westbrook and Bertans versus Brogdon and Sabonis. Obviously, the other side is much safer with the higher floor, I think. But at the same time, we've seen Westbrook go for 80, so he could beat Sabonis and Brogdon on his own if they have a bad game. So, I mean, I love the Westbrook route in tournaments, but I just don't think it's too necessary in cash games today.
Yeah, you got to build it by ceiling, Chris. Let's see what we get with Westy. You need the ceiling plays around him.
Yeah, so this is a new thing we added. So we can optimize by different things now. You can optimize by ownership, by ceiling, by floor, and then obviously by PFP, which is projected fantasy points. That's the default. Yeah, you can optimize by these different things now.
Yeah. This one looks nice.
I think that's the same one, yeah. I don't think it's sorted by ceiling there. Is it? I don't know. I don't think you optimized by ceiling, did you?
I think I did. It's right here.
Maybe it doesn't work with a lock.
We have to check.
Try unlocking him. Oh, actually, it's working because now we're. Actually, I have no idea.
Well, don't these look different than? What do you think it's sorting by? Because the wait,
Yeah, now we're getting a lot less Robert Williams, so they are different.
yeah. What else? T-Bay says the Brody is about to turn into a sissy tonight. If y'all catch my drift, do you catch his drift, Chris?
Oh, wait, can you at the top left, can you sort by ceiling? Yeah, that was it. It was just the wrong
I
it was
didn't
showing
even
the
know
wrong
we had
thing.
this.
Yeah, so yeah, these are the right ones because now it's obviously using the ceiling projections. So uh yeah, I mean, can we unlock Westbrook, see what we get with the ceiling optimization? We got a question from Vipul Sengal. He says Brissett will play more than Jay Holiday. I think they're going to play similar minutes. Um, I'd probably say Brissett will play a little bit more than Justin Holiday, but that's very close.
Okay. Here it is, Chris. Ceiling projections. Still
Yeah,
no
so
Westy.
yeah, more TJ McConnell. Obviously, he has a ceiling with his steals. Getting Tatum ahead of Sabonis here. Obviously, Time Lord, he can go for 50 on any night with his stocks upside. So yeah, I like this.
Okay. What else do we have? Nutrition says this is where we fight. This is where they die. Not the play-in tournament advertisements.
Yeah, I mean, I love it.
And then he says that's a huge cup of vodka. I need it. I need it to do the show with Chris. Putting up with Chris over here. Um, I'm kidding. Let's see what else. Hasty says, love that feature. So money. Ceiling optos. Let's do DK, Chris. So you got Sabonis, Kemba, Smart here.
Let's do a floor opto and let's just see them all first before we move on to DK. So let's do floor and let's do ownership after. Can you just build 10 so it sorts before so we don't have to wait for 150?
Not 20.
I think 10 is fine. So what is this? This is ceiling still?
This is
I think
floor.
it's usually auto switch. I don't know why yours isn't auto switching.
Yeah.
Um yeah, but yeah, this is floor now, so yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool that we can do this because obviously we had the ceiling and floor projections before. Let's do ownership. Let's see what we get by ownership.
What do you think of these icons for them?
Yeah, they're good. So ownership. So this is the highest ownership projected team using our projections. So getting more TT now, less Cody Zeller. Oh, I think we're getting Pacers news. So Sabonis is in today. I think that's the only one that I see so far.
Is that it?
Yeah, this is cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Optimizing by floor, Chris. That's like investing in gold. Optimizing by ceiling. That's your Bitcoin right there.
Yeah, sure.
Do you say true?
I said sure.
Sure. Okay, DK, Chris. We have Walker, Smart, Sabonis. What do you make of these locks here?
Yeah, so Celtics here a little cheaper, so these two guys are easier to fit. Had Smart on FanDuel as well, and then Sabonis here 10K. I love him here with the triple double bonus, obviously on DK. And yeah, he's one of my favorite plays on the slate, so that's why I locked him in.
Is this a new feature too, Chris? Over here, look at this.
Yeah, you can lock them in. So if you're trying to late swap, like your one lineup, and obviously you have Sabonis locked into one position, you can't move him around after he starts, so you can just lock him into the power forward or center, wherever you have him.
Why not? Why don't we have util forward or guard?
Yeah, we should probably add that.
Yeah, because this Kemba Walker here, there's none for him. Yeah, we should add that. Okay, let's hit build. Let's see what we get. T-Base says Russ is a spaz. This is nothing new. What do you make of this Russ hate, T-Bay? Broken record.
It's nothing new. I've been hearing about it for many years now.
Yeah, part of his personality. Says, can't wait to go on the show tomorrow and tell everyone here, besides Hasty, a big I told you so.
Why beside Hasty? Does Hasty hate Russ too?
Probably. I don't know. Not sure actually, but Hasty says TT gonna play rough today.
Rough in a good way or rough in a bad way?
I'm not sure. But yeah, which ones do you like here, Chris? One,
I like
two?
the first one a lot, but we can go over the first two here. We also got
Okay.
news that Sumner and Aaron Holiday are both questionable today, so they remain questionable. So nothing new there. Actually, Sumner matters a lot, I think, today because I think he's a great play on DraftKings as a last piece. But yeah, we can go over these. What is it? A 3v3, I think, or 2v2?
2v2. Think.
Yeah, 2v2. So we have Kemba in both. Obviously, locked him in. Justin Holiday in both. 3-point bonus here on DK makes him a better play than on FanDuel. Sabonis locked him. Zeller 4-7, a little cheaper than FanDuel. I like the price tag. Center is pretty thin today as well. If you're not playing him, you're probably playing TT. DK, you actually have the option of Gafford, Rolo as well. But I think Zeller is the guy here, just cheaper. So I like him. Smart locked him in as well. McDermott, same sort of thing as FanDuel, just a value piece. Low 4Ks should get you 20 fantasy points at the minimum. So I think that matters today on this slate. And then 2v2, Sumner Tatum versus Fournier Bridges. So obviously this one depends on if Sumner will play or not. I think if Sumner plays and starts, then I'll go with the first side with Tatum, because Sumner usually starts when he plays. But yeah, I think the first side's a lot better here. But like I said, obviously a lot is still up in the air with the Sumner news.
Okay. What do you want to do? Single slate now?
Yeah, we can quickly look at the single slates on both sites. So we can start on FanDuel, do both of those, or sorry, or we could do one and then one. Doesn't matter. What do you think?
Let's just finish one site. Do both on one site.
Okay, so yeah, yeah. So the decision here is just the Star Pro and Util with LaMelo, Rozier, and Miles Bridges. Just really depends on how you want to order them. I think I think the first side with gives you the most upside with LaMelo at Star, Rozier at Pro, Bridges at Util. But yeah, these are all close. They all project very closely together. So that's the decision here on FanDuel.
Let's see by ceiling. Number one by floor. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't work on those with the multipliers yet.
Oh, okay. Let's do the other one then. Here, Washington, Boston. T-Bay's gonna
Yeah,
hate
so
this one.
this one's a decision at the util slot with Rolo versus Len. I just feel much better with Lopez just because I think he's a much better player. Pretty aggressive when he's in there, actually. They give him post-up opportunities. He has this hook shot that seems like it always goes in when I'm watching. Len is just awful, in my opinion. He gets dump-offs from Russ, but that's about it. So I like going Rolo there. I think this build is the optimal build here.
Okay. T-Bay spoke on behalf of Hasty. He said Hasty hates Russ. Hasty and I know basketball character when we see it. And then Hasty here, with his own words, he says, I don't like Russ. He's gifted athletically, but doesn't have the character to win it all. He can't think through the game and gets too emotional. Not a winner. T-Bay replies, low basketball IQ in the clutch moments equals Russ.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sitting here arguing he's a winner. I just think I think he's a really good player. I love watching him play.
Wait, how do we do this one, Chris, to be MB compliant here? We got to lock. We got to make some adjustments.
Yeah, I'll tell you who to lock.
Oh, yeah.
Which one? Charlotte, Indiana first?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was kind of saying it earlier. I think Sabonis is my favorite player pretty much on the entire slate. We got news that he's in now, so I'm going to play him. So I think he's the guy for me at captain. Obviously on DK, you get the 1.5x price tag for the captains, but I still think you could fit him in here. So I like playing him there. And then I think the util guy we can lock in is probably Doug McDermott. Actually, let's not do Doug McDermott. Let's do Cody Zeller, our boy Cody Zeller.
Okay. Building.
Yeah, so yeah, we're getting LaMelo, so pretty much 4 Hornets and 2 Pacers in almost every lineup. We also got news that Brogdon is expected to play in 5 to 6 minute stints if he is cleared. So makes me less interested on FanDuel, I think. Probably can't play him over there in cash games for 7-2 or 7-3, whatever he is. But yeah, if he's in, probably can't play him in cash games. But yeah, what's the difference here between these two? I think it's Rozier and Sumner versus Washington and McDermott between the first two lineups. So yeah, obviously a lot depends on Sumner if he's in or not. I like the Rozier side a lot more than Washington. I think Rozier has a great game here tonight, so I like him a lot. So I'll go with the first side here. If Sumner's in, if Sumner's out, probably go with the second side.
Okay, let's do the last one here. Washington, Boston. Who are the locks here, Chris?
Yeah, so this one's a little harder because we have Westbrook, but it's hard to fit him in for 19.5K at the MVP slot. So I'm not going to lock him in. We can probably lock in Marcus Smart at the util. I think he's a really good play. And then let's do Rolo at the util as well because I think he's very cheap. See the top value play today here? Yeah, he is. Yeah, so let's do Rolo. Yeah, so we're not even getting many Russell Westbrook teams at captain. Tatum, I think, is the play there, and then you could play Russell Westbrook at the util where he's cheaper. And then what do we get? Kemba, Smart, Gafford. So I don't mind pairing Rolo and Gafford together in this, just because you lock up most of the center minutes. Len's going to get a few minutes, but I like Gafford and Rolo more than Len. So yeah, I like the first one here. It gives us Kemba Walker, Smart. I love those guys as well. We don't get Beal. Beal's playing hurt, so I'm happy with that as well. So yeah, give me the first side. I like this one a lot.
Nice. Hasty says, T-Bay first says, when palms get sweaty, Russ falls. And Hasty says, Sabonis going to destroy tonight. 2020 game is possible. IMO, he's going to make daddy proud.
Who said that? Thomas or Hasty?
Hasty, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, he's been putting up giant numbers. I mean, he could even put up like 20 if he if he has a really good game if his teammates are hitting shots.
Yeah, especially with Brogdon's new updated situation. He has to. Yeah, anything else to go over, Chris? I think that's it.
No, I think we're good.
Okay. Check out our site, guys, dfscrunch.com, our optimizer that we've been using here. We have all the slates, all the playoff slates here for both FanDuel, DraftKings, plus all the other main DFS sports going on now. So, Chris, you tell me what those are. Just another reminder.
MLB, NHL today. I think that's all we have today.
Nice. Probably league, no?
I'm not sure. I haven't been playing any league.
Okay. Yes, check that out, guys, dfscrunch.com. If you're a new member, you haven't been a member before, you'll get an automatic 3 days applied to your account. So you don't need any coupon codes for that 3-day trial. It's automatically applied if you just go to our site and set up your account. It won't be charged until after 72 hours from the moment you sign up. So you can set a reminder and cancel if you want to, but try it out for free. Completely free. You get full access during that trial. Includes our Discord, so that's a good place to hang out, ask questions about our optimizer, projections, talk DFS with our community, solid community. So the Discord's 24/7, so check that out if you do join. And then of course all the sports here, both sites. And then last thing here, if you do sign up for the trial, wondering how to manage your subscription status, it's in the sidebar here in the bottom left. Expand that and then hover over this icon here, click Account Center, and then that's where you can manage that. And then other stuff, guys, YouTube, if you enjoyed the content, thumbs up, subscribe, bell button, and all. If you're inclined to do that, helps us grow, so keeps you up to date as well, so it's a win-win. Yeah, appreciate everyone tuning in as always. Solo says almost bubble time.
What is bubble time?
Are the playoffs played in a bubble?
No.
What's bubble time? I don't know. Hasty says, just sent you the funniest video I found. Should we play it tomorrow? Let's play it tomorrow.
Oh, let's play it now. If it's the funniest video he's ever seen, we gotta play it. We gotta play it for him.
It's just a lot of pressure on me to laugh. What if I don't laugh? Best Nike commercial.
Is it old? Old school?
2 minutes.
In case you haven't heard about me, my name is Ball Handles. Before I got into this game, everyone doubted me. They told me I wasn't strong enough, I wasn't fast enough, that I did not belong in this game. But let me tell you something about myself. I am like nothing you have ever seen before. Crossovers, spin moves, the quickest first step in the game. Defense, lockdown. Say what you want about me, because I am different, but I don't complain. I just do it.
Yo, shut the up. Ain't no one call you ball handlers because you got skills. We call you ball handlers because you keep smacking our balls.
Tasty commercial.
Hey, yo, man, why you grab people's balls? Oh my.
Can you hear this, Chris? It's a good way to end the show, Chris.
I don't know.
Okay, let's wrap it up. It's a good one. It's a good one. It's a long one. Rondo's saying Nike posted this. You muted.
It's gotta be
Chris?
like a, I don't know, parody. I don't know about that one. Kind of reminded me of Thomas.
Is it the guy?
Yeah.
Jeez.
No, I'm just kidding.
I think it's a good one. I wonder if it's a parody of an NBA player commercial or something. Part parody.
Yeah, probably have a Nike commercial.
Yeah. If it was like a Russ one, that'd be good. If we had like a Russ parody. Russ had that Uzi Vert commercial, right? Do What I Want.
I have no
I
idea.
remember that one with his brother, I think. You haven't seen that one?
No, I don't watch many. I don't watch many commercials like that.
On YouTube, or what do you mean?
Yeah, like that's like a commercial on YouTube, right? It's not like a commercial you see on TV. I don't think.
No,
'cause
it's
it's long.
no, I don't have ads either. It was like I searched it up on YouTube.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, I'll send it. Yeah, T-Bay knows what I'm talking about. Real ones know. Let's see. Trigger says season on the damn line. What happened to people playing through injuries?
And it could also be like coach speak. They could just be saying that and then actually just run him out. I don't know.
Okay. Any closing remarks, Chris, from you?
Hope everyone has a good one. Super excited for these playing games. I think it's an awesome idea. So yeah, I'm gonna be watching.
Yeah, LeBron doesn't agree with you, Chris. But I think it's a good idea. I'm also excited. And yeah, good luck today, guys. We'll see you guys all tomorrow. I think there's a slate tomorrow, right?
Yeah, the Western Conference playing game. So that's gonna be even better.
Yeah. See you guys all tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in.